Hello everyone, this is Kat, and we're going to be doing a kiln opening video. I theoretically fired a cone 6. Every time it's different. I haven't even reset my kiln sitter, or adjusted it I should say, in the last couple kiln loads, and every time it's still different. But I am going to open this really quick. I want to ask you if you could go down to the description, and if you know anybody in the 18 to 19-year-old age range that might have had some difficulties in school, that partakes in social media. My daughter is working on her PhD, and it's a totally anonymous, but it can really, I think the study's really going to show us some good information that we haven't been studying on yet. I know it affects us as adults, the social media does, and I've heard so many people lately say that they just want to get off all of it, and then I look at my groups and think, okay, well, maybe I don't need to. Maybe I do have some supportive friends, and I just want to see some love and joy versus fighting and arguing and all that. Anyway, if you could fill that out, or if you know somebody that can fill it out, please ask them to do that. That would help her so much. Anyway, on to the opening video. There's going to be some problems in there, as always. My biggest fear is the second shelf. I did some things. I was using the nichrome high fire bead wire, and I have some, as I was looking or thinking as I went on a walk, that I made a critical error. So we'll see. Yes, I know I made the error, and I'll work on getting more appropriate things next time. But anyway, let's open it and see what we've got. Okay, so we're going to look real quick. Moving that, can I touch that? Yes. I fired this last night. It was a very rapid cooling because of the weather, and these are outside. So, first of all, I think I'm going to buy new 6 cones, because while that one bent all the way, this one didn't bend any at all. So that's a 5, that's a 5, that's a 6, that's a 7. It looks like I got at least a good solid cone 5, so I can live with that. Cone 5 is good. I'd like cone 6 because this is cone 6 clay, but I've had it fired as 5 before and we've worked out just fine. Okay, so let's see what we've got. We're going to have a lot of, I've really forced this kiln load because of my injury. So here's the first cup. Oh, that turned out pretty. I'm going to set it over here so we can see it. Look at that. It's a chun with chun blue with dipped in Al's Blue Dawn recipe that he gave me. So 2 different recipes, but oh, they worked so good together. I have a success. Oh, I don't have a success. No, it's going to be a reglaze. I must have dipped it too early. So much for that. Okay, first one. Okay, so maybe this will be, and it slipped, so that's not going to work either, probably. This is a put a heart in it, or put a bow on it challenge for December. I was unable to totally finish because of everything with the injury. Turned out pretty cute. The bottom slipped, so we'll see how it fits on the box. Take out my cookie. This is a bowl that I made for my husband for his birthday that just melted all over the cookies, so I will work on that later. He's a cowboy fan, so I'm sure that it'll be okay. I'm going to pause for a second. Okay, so I'm gonna have to grind that one way down. Just lifting up the bottom. It melted all over the cookie, but guess what? That's why I put the cookie on it, because I was worried with the stars that And it's also got a crack. But that's livable. We're just going to put stuff in it, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. Here's another, just a basic little thing. Chun blue. Then the blue from Blue Dawn. It likes cone 5 when I don't dip it when it's wet. Now this is a totally, well, and sorry Becky, the colors didn't quite work out, but it's okay. It's got some crazing in it. This is my daughter's first bowl that she made. She didn't know how to make any bowls, and so she missed some on the glazing on the edge. Inside, I don't know what that color is, but I guess if you put cat food in it, you won't notice. Sorry, Becky. The rest of the color, though, looks really cool. I mixed a quarter of oh my goodness, a quarter of the Carmen's Turquoise from the John Britt book, and then let me get out in the light, and then a 3/4 of just my clear Odyssey clear glaze from Amazing Glaze, and because it was so matte that I just didn't like it, but it's created a cool effect. It would have probably been better if I wouldn't have put Blue Dawn in there, and then it just turned it brown. So note to self, Carmen's Turquoise and Blue Dawn, not worky. It makes it look like poo. Okay, pausing again to get out the second shelf. And what I was afraid of did happen. This is getting so sad. My bead wire bent, taking all my stuff with it. I've ruined multiple shelf posts, and I'm going to be working on that. Yeah, nothing turned out. I've ruined everything as far as the beads and stuff. Note to self, not using that again. I'm going to clean up this area and then see what the bottom shelf looks like. Okay, so I had two things that survived off that shelf. Actually, what I worried about happening didn't happen, except for the nichrome wire, for some reason, is not high fire, even though it said it could go to those temperatures. Totally bent. I had them propped and everything else, but they bent, taking everything with it. So my cute little owls, they're now a sculpture. If I can just figure out how to get that little piece off. And then my ornaments. Yep, another sculpture. Kind of ugly sculptures. Anyway, only thing that came off that shelf that worked was this biohazard, or I mean radiation ornament, and a cute little cup bowl. Going to the next. Okay, so the next shelf, the bottom shelf, looks like, well, I'll pull it up and see if anything stuck, but one other thing did survive. It fell down to the bottom shelf. Didn't actually stick to anything. So yes, my biohazard ornament turned out okay on this one. So, too cool. Let's see what we got down here. Ouch, that's hot. Okay. Pausing. Anyway, here's a little ramekin that I made. Really small one. Individual mac and cheeses, things like that. I used tea mix 6 with grog. Put the Chun blue that I got out of Odyssey. I'm sorry. Chun blue I got out of Amazing Glaze book. I like that glaze a lot. So here's the little the design on it. And then down in here, some more things. Here's a little press plate that I did. Put Blue Dawn and, gosh, I don't even remember right now, everything. I was trying to get a nice glaze inside. I think maybe some floating blue mixed in with Blue Dawn and who knows what else. Anyway, it turned out really pretty. I'm happy just for this one piece. And this is just some white glaze, so it's not raw at all on the edge. Pretty pretty. Here's a little bit bigger ramekin that I made. Once again, the Chun Blue that was an amazing glaze. And this is just a little box I made. Lid may or may not, probably may not fit on top of it correctly because it slipped a little bit. But anyway, so this is gonna be my little heart box, or my bow box. I'm gonna try and see how the lid fits on it. Thank you. Okay, so my little lidded jar. Short of the pumpkins, I've never made anything lidded. And let me tell you what happened on that. I had, most of this stuff is just experimenting, so once again, I'm not like totally devastated by losses. You learn something each time. So whenever I slipped and scored in the bisque, I tried to bisque them together. The underside of the lid came apart. Okay, they separated. So what I did was I tried to glue it together with glaze. When I put it on a cookie to make sure it didn't slip and fall off and stick to my kiln shelf, but it did slip some. So other than that short slippage, it would have worked out totally great. So once again, now I know something else not to do, but I'd slipped and scored it like crazy. I don't understand. But anyway, it turned out still. I'm happy with it. It's something I made, and there's not another one like it. Proud of my carving and my underglazing with speedball underglazes there. It turned out cute. Anyway, thank you. What's probably a disastrous, but I got a few things out of it. So, you know, how disastrous is that really? I didn't destroy the kiln shelf. It just has a little spot of glaze on it. And so I call that a win. Anyway, oh, except for maybe, I'm sorry, Becky, the inside quite did not work out on that. The cat won't care. Anyway, thank you very much. Bye.